we have a score to settle. You see, last night, as I was wrapping up some villager trading and getting everything settled over there, Izilac swapped by as I was over my storage system here. And well, you notice there's a hole here. Well, we see what he had done is put a dispenser down there with the pressure plate, and then walled me in thinking that I would come out and just walk this way and step on the pressure plate, and he had a pumpkin in there with cursive binding. Now, it wouldn't have worked anyways because, as you see, I'm wearing my helmet, so it wouldn't have went onto my head, but it failed for an entirely different reason. One of the people with him stepped on the pressure plate and put it onto their own head. However, we can't allow the fact that it failed to distract us from the fact that he still tried. We cannot allow that kind of transgression to stand, so at some point today, we have to give him some payback and exact our revenge. Before that, however, we have to do a few chores. Make sure our shop is stocked because we just logged in after being at work all day. Now, I did buy a couple of ender chests when I was in the shopping district a little while back, and we're going to put one in here, right there. We're also going to put one in our villager trading area, and we're going to put one in our shop. We're going to have one in the shop, partly because we want to have that available for people to access their diamonds if they have ender chests, but also it's going to make restocking a lot easier. But of course, that means I need to buy a new one, so I need some diamonds when I go to the shopping district. So we'll bring some slime in case that's out of stock, and then we'll see what else we need to stock over there. Okay, and here we are. Let's see. First off, have we sold any slime? Nope. Nothing on Fortune 3. Nothing on Mending. Nothing on Unbreaking. Oh, we sold another Efficiency 5 book, so we'll have to restock. And nothing on Silk Touch. And nothing on Protection 4. Deep Slate. No sales there. The only other thing we want to do while we're over here is 5 diamonds. Perfect. Because we need that one for our villager area. Alright, and as you saw from that very quick time lapse, I made a quick gold farm, and one night of AFKing got me 23 gold blocks. Not exactly a good haul, but we will have to expand it, add more layers, and expand each layer because we can go out a little bit further. But in the meantime, we're looking to make some golden apples so that we can do another round of zombifying and curing on our villagers. Well, as you guys can see, I got me my wings. So after we killed the dragon, we went out and decided to do some end busting. Me in my leather armor because I was not prepared to go out and do end busting after the dragon fight. Shockingly, I died. After my death, I decided to wait and do some chores around here, you know, trade with some villagers, build up stock in my shop, things like that before going end busting, letting everyone else do their end busting and I would come in after. But I did go back and do some end busting. It did not go well. Not to be deterred, I went back out again. Once again, it did not go well. This cycle continued a few times until eventually, I did manage to find me an elytra.
Would you like a spare elytra?
I would love a spare elytra.
I think I have an extra one at my base. I can get you one.
Okay, that would make my life a lot easier, actually.
Yeah, here. Let me go grab you one. Here you go. I got 2 here for you. One of them has mending on it, but it's very damaged.
That's fine.
So,
I can very easily repair that.
I mean, yeah, it's almost like there's a giant XP farm right down there.
No one nice and close. A really close way to repair it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And okay, you gave me 2 elytras, so feel free to help yourself to 2 slots of anything in my shop.
Which one is yours?
The tower.
The tower? Got it. Awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you. I've been trying for like a day to get an elytra. Huge thanks to Coco Dolly for that. That was a huge help. But now we have to turn our attention back to more pressing matters. Here's the thing. This does not look very good. Don't get me wrong. It looked really good for day one, but we're not in day one anymore now, are we? This is far too late for this to still look like this. So we want to make this look better. I want to add like a little stone porch out here. I want to add some trim around the roof. We want to tie all of this terrain back together a little bit better. However, you might notice that this hole is still here. Now, this is the hole that Izilac had placed the dispenser in when he had decided that he was going to try and prank me. And that hole has remained there as my reminder to get back at him since. But in order for me to do what I want to do, that hole has to go, which means before I can do any of that, I've got to exact my revenge. Now, I do have an idea for what I want to do for my revenge, but I do need to get a bunch of levels before I can pull it off. And so we're off to the end where we have a Enderman farm, specifically to grind levels, so I'm going to go and do that right now. All right, and we are back from the Enderman farm with 73 levels. So we're going to go over Anvil here, and we're going to rename all of these slime heads Grim's Revenge. All right, and the last slime block is all set. Now, I hear you guys probably thinking there, Grim, why did you need so many levels? That was only 4 levels. You had that many levels. Well, that's not the whole revenge. In fact, that's just the decoy revenge. Now, you see, the thing about, actual revenge is we go over here, we can make a bunch of these, and we have a whole bunch of paned glass. Now, how is that revenge? Well, you see, it's really simple here, and I'll just have to find a few things. Those are going to be white. Okay, I have some in the village, I believe. Now, you see, there is a rather widely known fact that light gray stained glass is actually invisible when it's in your inventory. So like here you can see it because it's stacked, but if I don't stack it, you see, you can't even see that unless you hover over it. I think you can see where this is going. All right, and here it is. So the first part of the revenge is we're going to be placing these all over his base, but the actual revenge, not the decoy revenge, is we have renamed a whole bunch of these glass panes, the light gray ones, so they don't show up in your inventory, or at least you can't see them, and none of them will stack because every single one is a completely different name. Now, I don't believe, no, he's not online right now, so we're going to go ahead and just start. Okay, now we have to hope that he doesn't log in. So most of these are going to be out in the open just like this. Kind of spammed around, no problem. We got lots of them, so we can actually go completely crazy with this. However, we're also going to have a few that are going to be kind of tucked away, hidden a little bit, if you will. But he'll be finding these probably for most of the season. All right. This area, I think, is sufficiently slimified. That is so awesome. They can actually attach them to each other. All right, so this tower, I think, is sufficiently slimified. Okay, there is water down there. So I bet you that's like his mining area. Zombies Inc., huh? Well, you know what, Mr. Zombies Inc., you're going to share this area with some slimes. A couple nooks and crannies type of deal, Oh, yeah, absolutely. We can fill this cave, too. But, of course, we're not done. Now, the question is, does he have any pressure plates anywhere? Preferably ones that are, like, over stone. The reason I'm asking is it would make it really easy to place a dropper that he wouldn't question stepping on the pressure plate. I was going to put some of these in droppers, to be honest. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anywhere that is particularly good. We'll leave him a couple of slots in that chest, I think, because we want to put some in other chests, right? So because of that, I think he's going to get away with only having his chest slots filled up and not having anything in droppers. We can save that for phase 2 if we end up needing a phase 2 if he doesn't get the message this time, we have to punish these little transgressions, otherwise we give him free reign to prank us all season, and we just can't have that. Or we can have that and we can just constantly be seeking revenge. I am okay with either of those, to be honest. All right, revenge properly extracted. Now we get out of here while we still can. Okay. I've just arrived here in the shopping district, and my entire shop, save for the locked armor stands, has been moved. And I'm oh no, I'm not missing stock. It was just put in there a little haphazardly. I wonder if this is Izilac, actually. Not liking my payback, so decided to get a bit of payback of his own. All right. I mean, if that's the case, if we're messing with shops, prepare for shock and awe. He even put this back out, which had nothing in it. Okay. All right. I see how it is. You want to play Izilac? Let's play. And this was not the floor of my shop, by the way. It was all stone bricks. And there's something else over there. Let's break in. Let's find out what's going on here. I feel like I am missing something vital about this, to be honest. Oh! I see it now. I see it now. This is a stone Izilac holding my shop up. So I was right. It was Izilac. Okay, here's the thing, guys. There's a couple ways we can handle this. We can just say, okay, look, he played his prank, I played mine, he played his. And we can just say, okay, you know what, maybe enough's enough, and we can just end it and move on with life. That is not how we are going to do this. Absolutely not. That is not how we're going to do this. But it is an option. It is an option I am going to wantonly ignore, but it is, in fact, an option. However, apparently, he wants to play Let's Mess with Shops. So let's go ahead and play Let's Mess with Shops, shall we? I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to get revenge just yet, but I'm going to do something. Okay, to start, we have a nice little porch here going on. We're going to have to decorate and put some stuff out on the porch, but that's a nice little start. In addition to that, when we cut everything back, we gave the house an actual foundation, so that goes all the way around. We do need to tie this terrain in a little bit better than just a vertical wall. It's not necessarily the end of the world to have a vertical wall, but if I'm going to do that, then I have to have a retaining wall. Something just to make it look a little more realistic, and it's about time for me to sleep. Next thing we want to worry about is the roof. It just looks a little too plain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some dark oak stairs and a few slabs and all the outside stuff. I think even those corner stairs going up will also be dark oak. So let's make some stairs and see where we land. And that little change there has made such a big difference with how the roof gets viewed. Let's just land over here. Not landing in the lava. It just breaks the roof up a little bit more and makes it a little more digestible for the eyes. So now we need to do some cleanup in here. And we also need to put a roof on this thing. Like, we have the arched roof, but we're going to put just a flat roof on top. I think we're going to use dark oak slabs and put them on the top half, just to give you that extra half a block. That does mean that some of the stuff has to come down, but that's fine. This was all temporary anyway. As for the level above, I don't really think we need any more room up there. Maybe we'll put like ladders here so we can go up there if we need to, but I don't think that's really necessary, as this is just a starter house. So yeah, well, let's just get the roof in and we'll go from there. All right, and the roof is in, and while it does bring the ceiling down and make it feel a little less spacious, it does also make it look better in my opinion. And of course, because those are slabs, we can still access all of the top chests. I did end up putting this ladder in up to the second level. I figured we might as well leave access to the space if we need it, but I don't really think that we're going to do anything with it, at least not right now, but down the line we might find some use for this space, so we have it if we need it. So with those little improvements done to the house, I think that's a good spot to leave it for today. Before I go, let me know what you guys think I should do to get back at Izilac for the whole shop moving debacle. We obviously can't just allow that to happen, so we will be plotting our revenge here for the next episode. Don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button before you go. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.